Hey guys, it's Ed Grabowski, your local real estate broker here in the Sarasota area, coming at you today with your monthly MarketWatch update for Sarasota, October 2025. Now, if you have been watching what's happening in the Sarasota real estate market, you've probably noticed that we're in a bit of a shift. We've got more listings, homes are sitting on the market longer, and even the big builders are starting to ease up on the gas. So what's really happening, the question is are we cooling off? Or are we heading towards more normal? Let's take a look at the latest numbers, what they're telling us, and what it means for you and your next move here in the Sarasota area. So, let's start with the inventory, because that's really where the pulse of the market is. Here in Sarasota County, we are currently sitting about a little over 5 months of inventory, 5.15 months to be exact, which is still far higher than what we saw during the pandemic boom. A bit down from August, where we were closer to 5.4 months. Now, that small drop does not mean that homes are selling faster. It's really because we've seen a lot of homeowners pull their properties back off the market because they're not getting the results that they were hoping. In other words, the supply looks thinner, but it's not stronger demand. It's more home seller fatigue. We are still very much in a soft market where buyers, they have choices, sellers are negotiating, and pricing strategy matters. Now, if you want more proof of the slowdown, you need to take a look at what the builders are doing. Now, Lennar, which is Florida's largest home builder, is currently spending around 14% of every home sale in the form of incentives. So, if you look at a $450,000 house, you're looking at about $60,000 in perks that they're giving back to the buyer in form of mortgage rate buydowns, closing cost credits, or even upgrades on the home. Now, just a few months ago, their message to their investors was to push harder on the market, meaning put these incentives out in the marketplace to get rid of their inventory. Now it's more of an ease off where they're actually slowing down some of their construction. It tells us the demand is a bit constrained, and affordability is the wall that they are pushing themselves up against. Now, for homeowners, if you live near one of these new build communities like Lakewood Ranch, Welland Park, Northport, you have to keep in mind that these incentives make new builds, new construction look tens of thousands of dollars cheaper on paper than a resale property. So if you are selling, you have got to price and market against this reality. Now, the interesting thing is the buyers are still out there. They're just a little more hesitant than what they've been in the past. Lennar's leadership calls this a confidence recession. Rates, insurance premiums, election noise, they are all making people second guess their timing and their decisions. And even though we saw pendings rise about 9% last month, decisions are slower and contracts are taking longer to happen. That is why clarity sells. When your home is priced right and marketed clearly, it stands out against the competition. Look, buyers are cautious, but when they see value, they usually act pretty quick. Now, there is a bit of optimism. Pricing seems to have found its footing in the marketplace. Now, Sarasota, the median sold price is holding right about $425,000, which is flat compared to this point last year, slightly up from the midsummer slowdown that we saw this year. Now, builders are using incentives instead of cutting their base prices, which helps to hold the floor. And most homeowners who bought before 2022, their equity is still pretty strong. What we are seeing now isn't a collapse. It's more of a reset to a more normal market than what we've seen over the last several years. Now, as we head more towards the holiday season, we're more likely to start to see more listings, not fewer. Every year around this time, we start to see inventory numbers climb as the snowbirds come back into our town. We start to see more people relocating to the area, getting ready for winter, and this year really is no different. So, buyers, you will have more choices heading into the holidays and into the spring season. Sellers, that means you're going to have more competition. So if you are planning to list your property soon, you need to think ahead, you need to price realistically, and make your home shine before that spring wave hits the marketplace. So this is where we stand. Sarasota's market is soft, but it's steady. Builders are recalibrating, the buyers have leverage, and the homes that win are the ones that match today's market, not the days of the past. If you want to get a personalized look at what your home value looks like in today's market, or if you're trying to decide whether to sell or to buy this season, let's connect. I really want to help you to take advantage of the opportunities in the market and get the best deal in today's market. I'm happy to talk strategy and help you make sense of what's happening in our local market. By the way, if you found this information helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment, tell me what's happening in your neighborhood. I'd love to hear what you're seeing across the market locally. Again, I'm Ed Grabowski, your local real estate broker here in the Sarasota area, helping you to have a better real estate experience. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here to help guide you through the market and help you to have a better real estate experience. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.